Chapter 23 Ever After. Well, here's the last chapter. It's been fun, but all good things must come to an end. By the way, Brianland is hosting the first annual Pony Awards. You can vote for your favorite fanfic for your favorite fanfic writer. Me. When the young couple floated back to the ground, the lids were still locked. The world around them had returned to normal, not Chingling. That mothboat was in sight. The Felix and Colt hopped out of their hiding places and cheered. The Disco struck and all, but still angry. "At some point, they should come up for air!" he exclaimed furiously. Applejack rolled her eyes. "Hun, the boy just saved our lives. Not too much he brought Zenny back." When the pair finally pulled away, Mother was smiling like an idiot. Wow. His eyes spun in circles and animated hearts pulled out from up behind his head. This made Grubble giggle. Her friends rushed her aside and embraced her. "That was amazing!" Apple Blossom shouted. "Heroic," Simstick added. "Cool," the Triboys piped. "Romantic," Cinnamon Rose sighed. "Awesome," Bryn said, but then she stuck out her tongue. "Even we did involve kissing. So you guys aren't mad at me?" Screwball asked hopefully. "Of course not," Ding says. "We forgive you." "Yeah," Cinnamon said, putting his hood to his Spanish head. It wasn't even that bad. Meanwhile, Mouth was twirling in circles, lost in the memory of the bliss he had just experienced. "Uh-oh," Apple Blossom chuckled. "Screwy, I think your kids did more than save the world. You made the poor boy all loopy." The group laughed. Screwy broke their hug and walked up to her Colt friend. She put her hooves on his shoulders to stop him from falling over. Mouth then returned to his senses, only to get lost in her night swirls. "I'm proud of you, Screwy." They turned toward Twilight, who had her horn back. You lost everything in your emotions, but in the end, you didn't lose sight of what's truly important. The love of your family, the love for your friends, and, the Alec smirked, the love for your coat. Prince Martha blushed nervously. Princess, I know I've done some bad things in the past, but I swore I'll be careful around ponies. I could become a vegetarian and live on chocolate. Twilight laughed. "You are pardoned, Pathball." The Alec smirked diminished when Disco stepped in front of her. Moth was stronger than Draconic with stripped glare. His arms were folded and his face wore a frown. The Chingling clung to Scrub for leverage. She gave him a reassuring squeeze. Disco glanced between the two. Neither said anything for a long while. Then he sighed and extended his paw towards the Chingling. Mothball looked at his Aunt Shirley. He glanced at Screwball, who was grinning excitedly. She let go of him and nudged him toward Disco's ball. The prince gazed up at the Draconiquist. His eyebrows raised as if to say, "Do you want my daughter or not?" Chingling slowly raised itself and placed it in his paw. As soon as they made contact, Mothball felt a bolt of electricity and shook uncontrollably. He rushed his hoof away. Disco started laughing and revealed the joy pressing in his paw. He clutched his thumb as he collapsed to the ground. The Python was laughing as well, as was Screwy. The other either giggled or just grinned in amusement. Mothball looked at his girlfriend in confusion. "What are you laughing at? Your dad just electrocuted me." Screwball chuckled as she chatted on the back. "Baby, this is why you know that he likes you." Changeling looked at the others. Simmerstick gave him a shrug. "It's true." Moth then found himself snickering. Everyone went silent, however, when Rainbow Dash emerged from Derby's house. Her face was solemn. She saw that the world was no more getting and that Screwball was holding hoods with the Chingling. But all that mattered was the news she was about to deliver. "Rainbow, what's wrong?" Applejack inquired. Pex hung her head. "It's Fluttershy." The Disco flung the door to Derby's room open. Oh, the Dash twins backed into the corners, allowing him to see the scene more clearly. Derby was standing at the side, sniffing as she had a plate of muffins. Reddy was kneeling by the bed, removing his stethoscope from her head. Fluttershy lay on the cot, completely still. The unicorn looked sadly up at Disco and shook her head. He walked slowly toward his wife, his eyes locked entirely on her frozen face. He gently put his fingers to her neck. No pulse. He laid his paw on her chest. No heartbeat. No breath. The others crowded in the doorway, gasping at the sight. Scrubble pushed forward, her brother in her hooves. She paused in the middle of the room. She looked to Rarity. "Is she—" Rarity hung her head and nodded. "No," Discord uttered. He lifted Fluttershy's lifeless body and had her close. Herself, once soft yellow fur, was now pale and stiff. He soaked at her pink mane. Its rosy scent had gone stale and her strands of silk had gone brittle. He pulled away slightly to look at her face. Never again would he see her sweet smile, nor her sparkling tear eyes. Never would he hear her chant forwards or her delicate laughter. She was gone. For real this time. Screwball squeezed in and his tears fell from her eyes. Moth put her in for an embrace and allowed her to cry on his shoulder. He stroked her mane sympathetically. Fluttershy's friends all shed tears, but they knew neither were as heartbroken as discord. I'm sorry, Fluttershy, he whispered, running his hand through her front and mane. I'm so sorry. No amount of chaos could replace my love for you. Please, don't leave me now. I love you. Fluttershy, I love you so much. He pressed his face to hers. Come back to me. As he said that, a golden tear fell from his eye and landed on Fluttershy's forehead. Slowly, her colors returned and her heart started up again. Her eyes fluttered open and she looked up at her husband's teary face. Discord? She uttered. Discord gasped and looked at her. Fluttershy? The others lifted their heads in disbelief, their mouths spreading into smiles. Did we win? Fluttershy asked. The Draconicus nodded, his tears now falling with joy. Oh, Fluttershy! He embraced his wife, surprising her, but she returned his hug. How? Out of breath. How is this possible? It isn't. Twilight exclaimed happily. There's no way she... Oh, but who cares? Screwball left Mothball and ran to her parents. Mom! The couple put away and opened their arms for their daughter. Fluttershy wept at the sight of Sandy. Oh, my baby, she cried. I thought I had lost you. We thought we had lost you, Screwball sniffed. Our family, Discord sighed. Together at last. Promise we'll never split up again. The Draconicus shook himself with a laugh. Never. Mothball smiled as the family embraced each other. He was happy that they were whole again, but it also made him sad. The Chunks were the only family he had ever known. Now they had left them, he had no one. He did not even have a place to live. Then Fluttershy noticed Mothball. She was surprised to see him here, but given the fact that Discord had not favorized him, she figured things were sorted out between them now. She reached out her hoof toward him. Fluttershy beamed as he took it and she pulled him in. Pigpie blew her nose in a handkerchief. It's so beautiful, she cried. Then she smiled suddenly. Hey, you know what this calls for? The friend laughed. Yes, Pinky, Twilight said. We definitely do. The park was covered with streamers, balloons, and ponies danced into final scratches music. Ponies were crowding Screwball and Mothball, thanking them for saving Ponyville. Their attention was divided when the chariots of the royal sisters landed on the grass. Every pony borrowed his 2 pence to walk towards Twilight. Where were they? Did we miss anything? Luda inquired. The purple alicorn chuckled. Quite a bit. On the other side of the park, the colts and fields were playing Pin the Tail on the Pony. Person took out her blindfold and gasped. I won! The tripod cheered and pinned a blue ribbon in her mane. The squeal when the music changed. Ooh! Flipper squeaked. I love this song. Me too, said Raspberry. Dance off! Charlie declared. Person was about to fall triplets of Dipsol when she spotted Gemstone sitting by herself with her head down. The Pegasus filly walked up to the unicorn. Hey, Jim. Gemstone looked up, surprised that some pony was talking to her. The person held her hoof with a smile. You want to come dance with us? The unicorn's face lit up. Really? I'd love to. Very grinned as she watched her daughter join the other fillies. Her smile faded as she caught sight of many couples dancing together. The fact that her spouse at some point was not with her made her sigh sadly. Rarity! Her head shut up and turned to the stand that was racing toward her. She could not believe her eyes. Fancy pants? Her husband stopped and caught his breath before answering. Yes. Well, what are you doing at Ponyville? He grabbed her hoof and looked her depths in the eye. Rarity, what happened between Fleur-de-Lis was nothing. I did not encourage us getting back together. She forced herself upon me. I do not love her, nor do I have any intentions for her. I swear. Still, I should have told you about seeing her earlier. Please forgive me, Rarity. I love you and only you. Rarity's eyes were watery. You came all the way from Canterlot to get me back. He caressed her face with his hoof. Of course, I wasn't going to lose you, not without a fight. She could not remember a time when he was any more romantic. She flung her full legs around his neck. I don't think you should be apologizing, she insisted. It was me who jumped to conclusions. I should have heard your story first. Fancy Face nodded in gratitude. My dear, why don't we promise to always be open with each other and to never again hold back our feelings? Reddy Portaway nodded. Agreed. So, now that we're being open with each other? She took a deep breath and spoke rapidly. I'm tired of living in Canterlot. All the ponies are so rude and vulgar. I think we should move back to Ponyville. I'll be close to my friends and business much better here. I'd be afraid if you stop patting my head in public. I feel like a trophy wife. Oh, and you hardly hit any time with Livingston. You should take her to school every day from now on. Oh, darling, that bow tie's so wrinkled. You really need to find a new dry cleaner. Applejack watched the couple from far and shook her head with a smirk. Spike approached her, rubbing the back of his neck. Already tell me what the changeling said to you, he admitted. The cowgirl glanced at him and hung her head. Do you really think I picked you as a last resort? She met his eyes. No, but sometimes I can't help but think. You'd have married had I not spoken up. You had hardly noticed me before then, and, well, I'm not. He laid his claw on her shoulder. You're my wife, AJ. Sure, I looked pretty first, but I love you. So, you're like Ray's prettier than me? Spike smiled to her chin. Ray's as pretty as a gem, but you, AJ, shine like gold. Tears fell down her cheeks as Alva embraced her beloved dragon. After explaining the daisy fence to the princesses, Twilight felt a tap on her shoulder. She went on her face. Flash? The Grandpa was not wearing his armor. It had been a long time since she had seen him like that. He looked down at his hoof as he drew circles in the ground. Twilight was about to ask the princess to leave, but saw they were already gone. They were silent for a while and did nothing but stare at each other awkwardly. Hey, Flash finally said. Hey, Twilight repeated. Another silence. Look, Stan sighed. I know you hate me and you probably don't want to speak to me. I'm sorry. His ears perked up. What? Twilight stepped toward him. I'm sorry. What happened between us was stupid. I mean, what we had was wonderful, but the way it was just plain stupid. I didn't even bother trying to pass time with you. I've been an idiot. Flash changed lowered his head. I'm sorry too. It takes 2 points in a relationship after all. And for what it's worth, I never wanted to end. She blushed slightly. Can we start over? At least be friends again? He raised his eyebrows at her. No. Her smile faded. What? I don't want us to be friends. Then why did you come here? To give you this. He reached and sat up and pulled out a small blue box. Twilight guessed as he opened it, a sparkling amethyst ring. I was planning to give it to you before we broke up, Flash explained. You don't have to say yes, but I at least want you to have it. See, I saved a lot of money to get this, and I was hoping that someday you might... Yes. He looked up. What was that? Twilight shouted. Yes! She surprised him by fiercely pressing her lips against his. He smiled and wrapped his full legs around her. Twilight had forgotten how wonderful it felt to kiss him. She silently swore never to doubt him again. Debbie was dancing solo. She did not mind. She had accepted being single long ago. Her daughter was a little ways off with Cinnamon Stick, but the man was not lonely. As long as Dinky was happy, she was happy. Debbie? The peg was frozen place at the sound of a voice she had not heard in years. She turned slowly, praying she was not dreaming. There he was. He had not changed. Brown coat, brown mane, blue eyes, hourglass kitty mark. He even wore the green tie she had given him. And he still made her weak in the knees. The doctor turned his head to the gray unicorn with wonky eyes. Is that? Debbie nodded dumbly. Her name is Dinky. She's beautiful, he said, facing her again, like a mother. The Pegasus blushed. Is she happy? Yes, Debbie replied, but she needs a father. Derby, he said seriously, you understood I'm only here for a moment. She sighed. Daleks? Cybers, but that was a good guess. He paused. I'm sorry I left you so abruptly, Derby. See, there are other ones that need me. I came back so I could probably say goodbye. Debbie shook her head. I don't like goodbyes, but if you're going to say anything, say it to Dinky. I wanted to meet her father. The doctor looked nervously at the young Meredith with the brown coat. All right, he said. He approached the filly. She did not see him at first, but when she did, she stopped. Her mistress' eyes squinted at him. Do I know you? He smiled. No, but I'm a friend of your mother's. Cinnamon Stick rolled his eyes. Yeah, that's what they all say. The doctor left. Smart lad here. Is he your boyfriend? Dinky blushed. Yeah, you can say that. Well, I know this doesn't mean much to you, but I approve. He turned to leave. Dinky watched him curiously. Wait, she called. What did you say your name was? He looked over his shoulder. They call me the Doctor. Dinky's eyes widened. She continued to watch Stan as he walked over to her mother and embraced her. Her mother was sobbing, looked as she did not want to let him go. You did a good job taking care of her, he whispered. Derby said nothing, only tightening his grip on her. I love you, she sniffed. He put away and gazed into her eyes. I love you too. Dinky recognized the stallion. She had seen him a couple of times before, at the schoolyard, when she was hanging out with her friends. He had watched her. By the way her mother was looking at him, it was clear he was not just some stalker. When she reached the conclusion, he was disappearing inside a tall blue box. Dinky raced toward him. Dad! She called. Dad, wait! She came to a halt as the box faded in and out, making a strange noise. Alan-Z! In a few seconds, it was gone. Debbie approached her daughter and pat her on the back. It was him, wasn't it? Dinky asked. Her mother sighed. It was Dinky. The flick sniffed. Why didn't he stay? He sneezed elsewhere, but he does love you, Dinky. She wrapped her wing around her daughter. Your daddy loves you. Disco and Fluttershy decided to get away from the festivities and walked to an empty area of the park. Their time alone together was long overdue, and the first thing they did was share a passionate kiss. I never should have doubted you, Disco said. I should have known you would never betray me. He chuckled nervously. I'm such a nutcase. Fluttershy smiled. It's alright. It's all in the past now. She glanced back to the party. Are you alright with Scribble's girlfriend? Well, he not exactly what I had in mind, but he did rescue both our children, and Scrooge seems happy. He grunted. Does he really have to move in with us, though? Now, Discord, you know you can't return to the hive. He helped bring us back together. The least we can do is give him a place to stay. I've already given him my daughter. Next thing you know, he'll be as far as throw. Why, if I could get my paw clown on his neck... Honey, Fluttershy gasped. He sighed. You're right. Who to take good care of Screwy? It's just that... He turned away. I don't want to lose my little girl. Aw, Daddy. He looked up and saw Scribble hovering above him. She had been listening to the conversation. Not on purpose, for she and Mothball were taking a stroll too. Scribble floated down and hugged her father around his neck. I'll always be a little girl, she declared. Disco smiled and rubbed his hooves around the filly. No matter what would happen, no matter how big she would get, she would always be his daughter, Screwball, and he would always be there for her. For he was her daddy Discord. Wait, did you? OMG, you actually thought I was going to kill Fluttershy? What kind of order do you take me for? Anyway, I'm going to take a break from what I chapter fix, considering how long it took to write this one. But I might post a few one-shots in the meantime. I don't really know about writing a third story to this series. Oh, right, almost forgot. And they all lived happily ever after. Mwahaha. Tune in for the final conclusion of Son-in-Law of Discord. At least I think this is the final ending to it. I don't know. Until next time.